To the back of the pack is where we go. Slide jobs, slide ways is how we like to spend most of our days. Bump draft, bumper hook. We knew going in that's the risk we took. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. No drama, race tough, keep it clean to the end might be enough. White flag, checker flies, out here with our friends living our best lives. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. Race tough, keep it clean to the end might be enough. White flag, checker flies, out here with our friends living our best lives. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. Green flag, let's go. Come on boys, it's time to put on a show. Caution's out, oh no, to the back of the pack is where we go. Slide jobs, slide ways is how we like to spend most of our days. Bump draft, bumper hook, we knew going in that's the risk we took. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. No drama, race tough, keep it clean to the end might be enough. White flag, checker flies, out here with our friends living our best lives. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. Race tough, keep it clean to the end might be enough. White flag, checker flies, out here with our friends living our best lives. Pedal to the metal, we've down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. Down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. Green flag, let's go. Come on boys, it's time to put on a show. Caution's out. Oh no, to the back of the pack is where we go. Slide jobs, slide ways is how we like to spend most of our days. Bump draft, bumper hook, we knew going in that's the risk we took. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. No drama, race tough, keep it clean to the end might be enough. White flag, checker flies out here with our friends living our best lives. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. Down. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. Race tough, keep it clean to the end might be enough. White flag, checker flies out here with our friends living our best lives. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town. Smooth shifting, no lifting, we're not backing down. RTG, the best drivers around. Pedal to the metal, we've got the throttle down. RTG rolling into your town.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Flatout Racing Network's coverage of Season 67 of the Rolling Thunder Gaming Amish's Survivor Series, as tonight we prepare for the Dano Memorial at Mansfield Speedway. This race in honor of Dan Yeager, and folks, if you were planning on tuning into a race here tonight where everyone minds their P's and Q's and we end up talking about long green flag runs and pit stops and everything, well, this is not the race or the event for you. This is basically a series that RTG has that is purposely designed for drivers to blow off some steam after the hard racing that takes place during the course of a week from Monday through Thursday. It's been organized by Mitch and Terry. We've had the privilege of calling multiple type races, win at all cost, pole races. Tonight, we get ready for what is known as an Enduro race. I'm Seth Cole, and I'm being joined by Jack Mitchell. And Jack, I kind of had to fill you in a lot of interesting facets about how all this works. First time you're going to get to see where drivers are almost encouraged to mix things up.
Yeah, you described this race to me as chaos. I basically agreed. It's going to be that kind of race. Everybody's just here to kind of have some fun, blow off some steam. Obviously, a couple of rules that they have to abide by, but for the most part, let's just get out there, wreck them up a little bit, have some fun.
Now, one thing that I am going to give a forewarning about as we cover the course of tonight's 3 races, there'll be 3 25-lap dashes, but we will have a slight issue with our ticker. A big reason is these cars, or these trucks I should say, these 162 bright red Mercuries known as the Larrys. They are listed in numbers through the 600s, and the ticker that we have does not have numbers in the 600s to register them, so you may end up seeing some flickering with the ticker during the course of the night. We apologize for that, but it should show you at least where everybody is running. There are a total of 16 Larrys out there. They are AI-driven trucks. Now, as Jack alluded to, drivers are encouraged to rough up the Larrys as much as they want, but when it comes to racing with another human, they have to observe racer etiquette. That doesn't necessarily mean, though, that if you get into a Larry, they may go up, hit the outside wall, and blockade the track for the rest of the field.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about racing, too, is that incidents aren't guaranteed to happen or not happen in certain parts of the racetrack. Obviously, you know, when it's human versus human out there, like you just said, you got to try and abide by standard racing etiquette, try not to take them out, try not to do anything intentional or anything like that, but that doesn't guarantee that that won't happen. Something happened like what we're seeing right there, so you just never know. I mean, that's kind of the chaos of this whole thing, and, you know, you got all those Larrys, or as I describe them as moving chicanes. You know, that's just kind of how it goes here.
Mitch Bombard kind of giving us a taste of what we can expect to see. Nice dance break moves there down the back straightaway. But as mentioned,
any points for that?
Yeah, the Winter Olympics are close upon us. We probably should have these like 1 through 10 placards like the judges do. If they stick the landing, then it's at least a 5. If they do tricks like Mitch just did right there, I'd say that was probably an 8. Well, he's still going, so he's still looking for a higher score.
I think he's going to get a 9 for me, personally.
As mentioned, 25 laps in 3 races. Now, the main goal for these drivers in those 3 races, yes, there is a points system and there will be an overall winner, is to finish the highest you possibly can in all 3 of the events. It's basically like trying to get a golf score. The lower your average is, the better chance you have of winning the event here tonight. So for an example, for those that know how golf works, you want the lowest score possible. Let's say that, let's use an example here with Mitch, finishes 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the 3 races. He would obviously have a total score of 9. If somebody, let's say, ends up finishing 5th, 6th, and 7th, then you accumulate those points all together. That's 18. Mitch would finish higher than them in the standings. It pretty much comes down to the cumulative addition of your position in relation to the other human drivers, and the lowest score ends up winning at the end of the night. So basically, I guess the biggest goal is to finish first in all 3 races. Then you're guaranteed that you have a total of 3. Ain't nobody going to be able to beat that.
Yep, pretty much go for the win every single time. I mean, it's obviously a lot easier said than done, especially with racing like this, but, you know, it can still cause for some excitement out there. I mean, I think it's a kind of a unique point system as well when you're dealing with the whole golf point style. I think that makes it kind of interesting, and I think that makes it a bit more unique for us to follow than what we normally do in most series.
Now, from my last count, I believe there are 13 drivers that are human drivers in this race. So they are outnumbered by the AI. Nonetheless, that means that there are 13 positions that are going to be up for grabs for the human drivers. Obviously, the race winner will get 1 point. The last place finishing of the human drivers will get 13 points. And we have been told that the Larrys are out here for one purpose, to be that movie chicane you're talking about, but they will not determine the amount of points that a driver will get. For instance, we were told just prior to going green by one of the league admins, Mitch Bombard, that if we have humans finish first and second, a Larry finish in third, and a human finish in fourth, that fourth place driver will get credited for third place points. So we will have an official winner for you at the end of the night. I've got a sheet here in front of me. I'm going to try and keep score during the course of these races as well, see if it kind of matches up, but we will get an official word of who the overall winner of the night is going to be. And during the course of these 3 races, we'll talk with the race winners of these respective heats. But first 25 lapper getting ready to go, and oh my goodness, that truck there, that pace truck, it booked it to pit road.
I was just going to say, I have no idea what kind of a pace vehicle that is, but that thing took off like crazy.
It almost looked like an old paddy wagon, like someone was going to get hauled off to jail or something.
Kind of reminds you of the origins of the sport in a way.
We just came off the 24 hours at Daytona where they have class race, and that kind of looks like this right here. They gave those AI cars a little bit of space, and Terry Bombard is going to lead the field to the green flag. Here we go, 25 laps. We will see no cautions during the course of it, but we'll see incidents that probably would be caution warranting as, oh, I believe the Larrys, oh my goodness.
Wow.
They're taking their job literally, just blockaded the entire racetrack as they came thundering into 3.
Completely and totally locked up the whole area.
Oh,
I think
no.
one thing, oh goodness.
There goes Tim Nofsker up and over.
I think one thing that we need to mention as well is the track is very, very gripped up. So running on the low side of the track near the apron, probably not the best idea.
Oh, one of the Larrys just got taken out right there. I believe that was by Cy Jones. Again, roughing up the Larrys is completely encouraged. As right now, I believe Terry Bombard is the leader of this race. We'll see if we can find him. There he is. He's trying to make his way by a couple of the Larrys that right now are being scored up inside of the top 5. I believe he just moved by the 4th place Larry. Oh, nope, the 3rd place Larry. He's got a bit of a gap back to its next competitor, which would be Josh Metallic. There's, what, 4 or 5 Larrys in between the 2 of them.
Just to be absolutely 100% clear, it is literally written in the rules page. Do whatever you want to the Larrys. They're not your friends.
On board with Josh Metallic. You mentioned about the track being gripped up. You can see it right there. Look at having a saw on the wheel as that right front wants to come up off the ground on entry. He's got one Larry to beat here, and then the next car up ahead of him would be Terry Bombard. Whoop, look out. Got a Larry slow here on the top of turn 4's exit.
Oh, Josh is flying right by. Look out.
That was the 98. That was a human driver, Kyle Quam, getting himself turned back around. Doesn't take much for these laps to tick away either.
No, it doesn't. We're already at lap 9.
Oh, we had one up and over right there. I think that might have been Tate Dorsey on the back straightaway, the 64. And look at the traffic now that the race leader's going to have to deal with. Had another one turned around there off the exit of 2. Oh, there's one up against the wall there in the middle of 3 and 4. I think that might have been the Katie DeSoma machine, the 002.
We're just taking them 3-4 wide. Oh, it might have been some contact between human drivers right there.
Those right side tires, or sorry, left side tires actually came up off the ground there for Terry. And where is Metallic in all of this? He's still back here in a ton of traffic. One of the Larrys just parked the bus in front of him. Drop a little further back here. You got a good battle for what would be 3rd, 4th, and 5th of the human drivers. Dave Melson, Jeremy Jeffries, and Grant Wesley all kind of working together to carve their way through these Larrys.
I was going to say, that might be a good strategy. Somebody just went up and over.
That would be Bill Kring in the 32. We got a wreck further up here. I think that might have been, yep, it was the 002 again of Katie DeSoma. So many trucks on the racetrack, it's hard to be able to get the camera to focus where we need it to be.
You have to scroll through all these Larrys just to find who's wrecking.
Oh, this is bad news.
Oh, that's going to block up a lot of the track. This might be chaotic.
Oh, there goes Tate
Oh.
Dorsey up and over. There's Adam Radeisky there in the 65. He got held up. Oh, Tate had to call the teleport back to pit road. He got turtled. Oh, look out. There goes Wesley. Literally up and onto the safer barrier. Oh, and he tried to get turned around, and Larry said no.
Kind of a bit of a difficulty with trying to turn around. You get to the low side, those Larrys aren't really looking for anybody, so you happen to catch one at the wrong place at the wrong time. There you go.
Looks like maybe Jeremy Jeffries has started to close up on Josh Metallic for what would be second place here. Most of the human drivers have worked their way through the Larry traffic. They're running in 1st through 7th. Grant Wesley right now in 9th with a Larry in between him and the top 7 as little chrome horn there in the battle for P2.
I mean, it is a smart strategy. Just work together with the real human drivers to get all these Larrys out of your way, and then you can focus on racing each other for the win.
Terry Bombard right now enjoying a little over a second advantage. It was 1.2 back to Metallic and Jeffries. Now dealing with some human traffic there as just got around Kyle Quam. Now going to deal with the Katie DeSoma machine. Both running a few laps down respectively. And this time by going to be 4 laps to go for Terry. Not out of the woods yet. Let's go on board with him, see what kind of traffic he's going to have to deal with out the windshield. Oh, hello!
Oh!
Oh, hang on to it, no!
Up and over, that's the race leader.
Oh, gosh. And I believe, did Metallic and Jeffries get by him? I think Metallic did at least. Where's Jeremy? Oh, yeah, Jeremy went to the lead because of that.
Yeah, Jeremy was able to fly by everybody. You see how he's going past all those Larrys. Almost got spun by one, but he's going to take the white flag.
Can Jeremy Jeffries bring it around? Can the number 1 truck finish in P1? He was in 2nd place before Terry had his problems with one of the Larrys. And he's going to cross the line, and he will get the first victory in the first heat race here tonight. Looks like Metallic... Oh no, Metallic didn't even cross in 2nd. Dave Melson was able to snipe him for 2nd place. And Metallic's going to end up 3rd. And Terry Bombard, who led a good portion of this race. I think he led, what, 23 of the 25? Well, technically he did. They're showing, obviously, the AI led few portions of the early stages of that race, but I think he led about 23 of the 25 laps in terms of the human drivers.
I mean, that just goes to show you what kind of things can happen in this race. You think you're enjoying a nice lead, you think that you're going to be out in front, and you can, I don't want to say coast to the checkered flag, but you're kind of in the position where it sort of has that feeling you can kind of pull away and see this thing out to the end. But then next thing you know, you catch a Larry in the wrong part of the racetrack and completely undoes your whole race.
So you see the finishing results on your screen. I'm going to real quickly here, hopefully before they reset the server for the next race, going to jot down where each one of these respective drivers ended up finishing this race as we try and keep score along with the admins of who potentially is going to end up being the eventual winner of this thing. Might have my scoring a little bit off in some regards here. Hopefully not. I'll show you the rest of the results down here. A bunch of drivers did not have the best of luck here. See, Bill Kring actually finished out of the race. I think I've got them all written down. We had 14 drivers in this first race. And Jeremy Jeffries right now has that coveted number 1 position with the first place finish. They'll get another 5 minutes of happy hour here in preparation for the next race. So while they get that all situated here, Let's see if we can dial up the winner of race 1. Incredible circumstances putting him in the lead in the closing stages. Let's talk with Jeremy.
User was moved to your
Hey,
channel.
Jeremy, it's the guys up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, wild race to kick things off here for our first 25-lap heat. You stayed consistent, stayed out of trouble, and then found yourself from P2 to P1 with a couple of laps left to go. So great job in surviving.
Yeah, I pretty much resigned myself to the fact I was finishing second because Terry had a good lead, and then all of a sudden I just saw him go flipping. I don't know what happened, but that was wild. So I was like, okay. Well, and then I had to like split some Larrys there, and it was a little nerve-wracking there. Like 2 to go, I was afraid. I thought I had it in the bag, but there was still a chance that somebody could screw up, or one of those trucks. Those Larrys sometimes just get violent.
We'll chalk it up to the commentator's curse. We were actually on board with Terry when he had his issue over there in turn 4. But you've got the victory now, obviously something to build off of. But with the unpredictability of this type of race, is there any type of strategy that you had there in that first race that you can try and apply here? Or do you think it's going to be entirely different?
I don't know that I could really do anything different. Just try to miss the wrecks. That's what we're all trying to do. Just I got lucky this time. And I was surprised since I started dead last. I even had a chance at it.
Brushing up on that wreck avoidance, you did a great job. Right place, right time in the closing stages. You get that valuable win here, currently leading the point standings. But it'll be interesting to see after these final 2 races. We'll be talking to you as the champion of the night. Best of luck in this upcoming second race.
Yeah, after last night's fiasco there at the end, I deserve to be able to dodge something.
As Jeremy Jeffries, he brings it home with the victory here in this first heat race. He'll look to double down. I didn't even realize there off the grid that he actually started dead last. So last to first challenge complete, I guess, for driver number 1.
What a comeback there. That's impressive stuff. And especially in a race like this where absolutely anything can happen, there's unpredictability out the window. So to be able to go from last to first is no small feat.
So as of right now, we'll read off what the scoring currently would be in terms of the standings, just based off of what I was able to glean from the finishing results from that first race. Right now, Jeremy Jeffries would be the leader of the points with his first place finish in that first heat. Terry Bombard, I'm sorry, correction, make that, who did I score incorrectly? I scored somebody incorrectly here. Well, maybe I don't have an accurate reading on who was who. I thought I did, but I may have actually misplaced somebody, because I'm pretty sure that Metallic finished in second. So who in the world did I screw up on this? Let's see. Well, I'll try and get this sorted out here. I think I've got it correct now. Again, we're going to have the official results for you afterwards. Mitch or Terry is doing the calculations as well, so we will have official word of who the actual overall winner on the evening is. I believe this is correct, but I'm not 100% certain now. I'm not 100% confident. I think it's Jeremy, the points leader, then Josh Metallic, then Keith Hughes, Terry Bombard, Dave Melson, the top 5. Then it would be Mitch Bombard 6th, 7th, Tim Nofsker. 8th currently would be Grant Wesley, with Adam Radeisky and Kyle Quam currently the top 10. I believe that is correct, but again, don't quote me on it. We'll have the official word for you once everything is settled at the conclusion of the third and final heat. I think we've got a Larry up on the safer barrier there. We got
Somebody was stuck in the invisible barrier above the catch fence. I have no idea how it happened, but that is what happened there. I saw it on just the edge of the screen. I couldn't quite tell who it was, but there was an invisible wall. And they're behind the catch fence now.
Did they buy a ticket? I hope they did, because I think that's a restricted area.
Yeah, might want to make sure that you're not entering any forbidden areas. That might be one of those areas.
Our top 2 finishers from the first heat there, Josh Metallic and Jeremy Jeffries. You also had the 002 of Katie DeSoma kind of teeter-tottering there on the wall just by the start-finish line. Oh, Radeisky's stuck. Very stuck. If a car flying into you at over 120 miles per hour doesn't dislodge you, you're stuck. Well, never mind. Okay.
There we go.
All right, Keith just made me a liar. And somebody's going backwards. Who was that?
Somebody
Oh, Nofsker
is-
became a tow truck.
stuck inside the tow truck.
Enter stage right, Adam Radysky. I think that was Metallic. That was the yellow truck in the background that I saw go flying by there a moment ago. I mean, these guys, as I said, this isn't just a series for them to race and blow off steam. I mean, heck, we were watching Grant Wesley, Jeremy Jeffries, and Keith Hughes in the infield during the practice session trying to turn Joker laps. Who knew that you could turn a 4-second lap time here?
I guess you can. I didn't know that they would even accept that being a lap time, but we learn something new every day.
So they've set it forward to qualifying here. They'll probably be kicking it to race momentarily. There it is. So let's drop back here and see who's got the benefit of starting up at least close to the front. Looks like Kyle Quam's actually going to start the highest of the human drivers there with Grant Wesley, Tate Dorsey, Tim Nofsker, and Cy Jones. Last timeout's winner, Jeremy Jeffries, going to start pretty deep in the field there. I believe that blank space is where Josh Metallic will appear. Terry Bombard, who looked like he was going to win that last race, ended up fourth. He's going to start shotgun on the field. And this is one of the problems with a highly gripped up racetrack as well. You see these trucks starting to drift down the banking there. Josh now appears, but all these trucks are starting to do a little slide. Got to hold the brakes, make sure you don't get DQ'd before the green flag drops.
They're hoping that the green flag drops and they get the command in just a moment here.
I believe we are still waiting on another driver. It does not look like the 32 of Bill Kring gridded up. And as I look, I believe Bill, after the DNF in that first race, I do not believe he's in the team speak. So it may end up waiting on the 32 for these next two heat races. So instead of 14 drivers in this second heat, it will be 13 drivers instead. Green flags come out. Up through the gears, they're going into turn 3, and here we go. Grant Wesley going to be the leader of the human drivers with those 16 Larry Yeager machines right up in front of him.
One of the strategies so far that I've noticed is that class style start, like you mentioned. Everybody lets the running of the Larrys take place in the front of the field, and then who can catch them first?
Larry's, well, I was going to say, a little bit more organized. As soon as I say that, there they go, right in front of Grant. Smart, go to the apron.
That, McQueen.
Oh, hello. Oh, that is a massive pile-up in turn 3, and Grant got stopped because of it. Look at all the positions he lost as a result.
That was a human driver he ran into as well.
Kyle Quam in the 98. I believe Tim Nofsker may be the highest running of the human drivers right now. He's got about another 3 or 4 Larrys to get past. Keith Hughes right behind him in that Mondays of Thunder number 82. And then Jeremy Jeffries, who started back, I believe, either 9th or 11th of the human drivers. He's up here in P3.
He's already had the last to first challenge, and now he's trying to take advantage of slightly better starting position and might try to take it 3 wide here. No, he's settled the line.
Nofsker from the lead.
Another incident of somebody who was leading the race ends up getting caught in an incident, probably with another one of the Larrys, and
Gosh.
upends the race once again.
I think we were 4 wide at Mansfield, a short track.
I know we were 4 wide earlier in the first race. I saw them taking it 4 wide with some of the Larrys in the first race. Here they go again. Oh, that's not going to end well.
Mitch got clipped in the left rear. Around he goes. They reckon behind him as well. Katie DeSoma and a couple of the Larrys getting together there off of turn 2. Let's try and go back up and find the race leader, who I believe right now is Keith Hughes. being pressured by Jeremy Jeffries. Tate Dorsey and Grant Wesley, they're battling for third place right now of the human drivers. And Keith got around Jeremy. Oh no, he was already in front of Jeremy, never mind. Halfway home here in this second heat. Keith Hughes, who comes into this race currently sitting third in the overall points. Yes, there are different types of races, but there is an overall champion at season's end as well. We've had 4 events so far this season. Jeremy Jeffries has won 2 of them. Keith Hughes has won 1, and I believe Grant Wesley has won the other. I'll double check on that. No, Grant's the one that won 2. Keith Hughes
Oh boy.
won another, and then Adam Radeisky won the 4th as, oh boy. Oh!
We were looking 5 wide, I think.
That's Bobby Farrell in the 42. We didn't see him in the first heat race, and now he is front and center in the second heat race as he's doing a little top spin. That was Terry Bombard I saw on the right side of the screen. He's up and over. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, good luck.
Good luck is probably the best advice I can give to anyone right now in this race.
Oh, gosh. Another Larry got toppled over by Grant. I think the leaders just made their way through there. There's Jeremy. Did Keith get through it? Yeah, he did. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Had to take evasive maneuvers there, and I think that was Dave Melson. You know, you'd love to look down at your F2 and see how many laps left before you're able to get home, but you got to keep your eyes out front. Jeremy just got tipped upside down going into turn 1. He's going to get tipped back over there. I believe that was by Terry Bombard. Now, I know that they have a ruling that if somebody gets turtled and you flip them back over, that actually earns you a bonus point. I believe that applies here tonight, so that'd be a bonus point headed towards the 10. So many rules. I don't know how even the admins keep track of all of it.
I don't know either. You've got all these rules, a few different types of races, a few different variations of races and the rules that go to each race, and then you've got all these, everybody's kind of going up and down the standings with all these Larrys that you have to deal with as well. So I honestly, I do give props to the admins for this series. This may be one of those just goof around, have a little bit of fun at the end of the week type of series, but there is some work that goes into determining this overall championship. And I think there's actually kind of some, there's almost an art behind it in a sense.
There
have
is.
to adapt to all these different types of races as well. You talked about the enduro races is what this is. There are some pole races as well where you have to do a circle around a pole. So it's crazy stuff.
Keith trying to mind his P's and Q's here. Only got one more circuit to pick up the victory here. Keith ended up finishing, checking my notes real quick, he finished podium in the last race, finished 3rd. So this would be really, really good for his chances of maybe taking the overall win tonight. Has to make evasive maneuvers to the outside around a couple of Larrys, and the white flag is in the air.
Do not get hit by any of those Larrys. I mean, that's just, it's probably the toughest final lap that you'll see in a while.
Well, he's got 15 seconds plus back to second place, Radeisky. So a lot of cushion. He'll cross the line and pick up the victory. Oh, that's Radeisky right there that actually was listed second place prior to the white flag coming out. Not sure he's going to finish there once the dust settles. We'll have to wait for official scoring. Novsker got second, Wesley in 3rd. Radeisky, who was second when they crossed the line to take the white flag, is going to ultimately finish in 9th.
Wow. It's all it takes is one moment like that. I mean, on the last race, and we see it again here, one moment right near the end of the race, just when you think you're going to get a win or a good finish, it completely upends your efforts for that race and changes your outcome.
So I'm going to try and do a better job this time of jotting down where everybody finished. I didn't do all that well the first time. Again, this is just to try and give everybody a general idea of who the champion might be by the time we get to the close of this 3rd and final heat coming up. Jeremy's going to finish in 4th place here, so I think he's going to have him maybe by 1 point, with the 3rd and a win for Keith and a 1st and a 4th for Jeremy. So it's going to be really close between those two drivers going into this final race. Looks like back-to-back top 10 finishes for Kyle Quam. Mitch Bombard, not exactly the best of run for him there, as we saw him turtled quite a good portion of this race. And it looks like Bobby Farrell, more than likely, since he's going to obviously miss out on the first race, he's going to finish, I believe, 12th overall of the drivers that finished in this one, but he is more than likely not going to be in the hunt for the title, but still can make an impact here in both the second and this upcoming final 3rd race. He picked up a victory in an Enduro race, the overall Enduro race, the last one that they had at Martinsville Banked. That was a couple of weeks ago. Let's dial up the driver right now that I believe mathematically is leading the points with one more endurance race left to go. So we can get a hold of the winner of the second heat race. That'd be Keith Hughes.
User was moved to
Hey
your
Keith, this
channel.
guy's up here in the broadcast booth. Get a copy.
I got you.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's all about survival. You've done this before. A couple of weeks ago, we were at Martinsville. You were able to win the overall Enduro race there with the 3 accumulated heats. Here tonight, a 3rd place and a victory, looking pretty good to maybe go back-to-back in these Enduro races.
I hope so. You got a long 25 laps ahead of us, though, and as you saw, chaos can erupt at any time.
We've obviously been seeing a lot of drivers kind of picking and choosing their spots. Have you found any particular area that you're the most comfortable at, feel the most secure? I've noticed, I think, a good portion of the time in that race, you kind of ducked it down there, straddled the white line, almost having the left sides on the apron.
Yeah, usually the track washes up with the wreck, so I try to go up there, and then I close my eyes sometimes and see what happens.
We know obviously that they end up doing the lotto queue and everything. How much does where you are positioned in terms of the rest of the human drivers, how does that maybe adjust your strategy for the race, or does it not at all?
Well, it's kind of catch-22 there. If you're up front, you're going to get to the Larrys first, and that's dangerous. And if you're in the back, you're going to get the big wreck in front of you. So it just depends on the randomness of the wrecks, I think. So I would rather start up front and pick my way through the Larrys as my preference. But if I'm in the back, I'll just wait till everybody wrecks and then try to pass them.
Well, Keith, congrats on winning this second heat race. Right now, our unofficial points show you as the points leader, so one more to go. Best of luck. Maybe we're talking to you as the overall winner of the night.
All right, thank you.
Keith Hughes going to go
User
back
was
to
moved out of
work
your
here.
channel.
Just checking real quickly. I believe I am getting some updates on the scoring, and I believe, not to pat myself on the back, I think I'm close to accurate of what I'm being shown here. Right now, according to one of the admins, Mitch Bombard, Keith Hughes is indeed leading the points. He has only 4 points so far accumulated with his 3rd and 1st place finish. Jeremy Jeffries only 1 point behind him, as he has accumulated 5 points. 3 points out would be Terry Bombard. He's accumulated 7 points. Tim Nofsker currently sits by himself in 4th. He's got 9 points accumulated. And then it's actually a 3-way tie for 5th place. That'd be Josh Metallic, Dave Melson, and Grant Wesley. So right now, mathematically, according to what I'm seeing, 7 drivers still have an opportunity here tonight of claiming the overall victory, depending on what happens in this 3rd and final heat.
Look at all those Larrys. They'll just swarm together, cause as much chaos as they possibly can.
That's the best word, a swarm of Larrys.
Is that what the official term is? Like, you know how like a group of birds is like a flock, something like that.
It's gotta be it's gotta be a swarm of Larrys. Oh, we got somebody upside down there. That's Jeremy. That is not how he wants his third race to go.
No.
Because he is 1 point out of maybe taking this entire evening. He and Keith Hughes, the two winners so far in the first two heat races, currently sitting with a 1 point separation in the battle for the points lead. Oh, we mentioned about the Joker laps. Looks like Tim Knopfsker is taking a turn here. Well, as soon as I say that.
He took a turn and then a tumble.
Oh, boy. Got it back on his wheels, though. I think that's Josh Metallic in that infield as well. I want to see if some of these guys are out there because, oh, there's the 10. We ended up having pointed out to me earlier today. Well, this is not exactly where Terry wants to be, but we have some interesting characters piloting some of these machines. Oh, it's really tough to see here with this angle. We might have to wait till he gets out of the catch fence. See if we can find Keith Hughes in the 82. Okay, there's Keith. So Keith is not driving his truck tonight. His cat is. And his cat's wearing shades, so that is a cool cat.
I couldn't quite tell what that was, and then you said it was his cat. Now I can see it.
I'm almost wondering if Keith being able to avoid the wrecks and win that second heat, could we attribute it to cat-like reflexes?
Cat-like reflexes.
You knew where I was going with it, darn.
I did.
All that build-up, and you knew the payoff.
It was low-hanging fruit.
It probably was. So here we go, final 25 lapper here. Dave Melson is going to draw, well, I don't know if it's necessarily the long straw. We heard from Keith, you don't really want to be that front car of the humans because you're going to be the first one up to the Larrys and have to deal with all of them. But he will have good starting track position in relation to the other human drivers. Looks like Bobby Farrell, Mitch Bombard, Cy Jones, all going to line up behind him. Where are the drivers that are battling for the overall points lead? Well, they're pretty close to the rear of the field as you can get. Keith looks like he's going to be rolling off from the next to last row. Jeremy is solidly in that final row with Radeisky.
Drivers, start your engines!
So this could be a big opportunity for that driver right there. Terry Bombard, who came up just short of winning the first heat race. He is only 2 points out of second, only 3 points out of first. Circumstances could work in his favor to pick up his first overall win of the season. Just to give you an overview of the points coming into tonight, Grant Wesley with his 2 victories, 18 points over former winner of the season Adam Radeisky, 19 over former winner of the season Keith Hughes. Then Tate Dorsey minus 22. Josh 2, who's not in the field tonight, was 5th, 29 points back as here we go.
Dave Melson, assuming he holds this lead, will be the first one to catch up to the Larrys, and then from there, let's just say all bets are off.
I would say Dave is in a must-win situation here, as looks like a trio of Larrys had some problems right in front of him. He has 11 points accumulated, 7 points out of the points lead. I think he's going to have to win and hope that the drivers ahead of him, like Knopfsker, Terry Bombard, Jeremy Jeffries, and Keith Hughes, run into some issues.
That could actually be a little bit of a tricky situation. We saw the 3 Larrys that looked like they were off to a slow start. That means they got caught up to a lot quicker than most of the other ones did, so that made things a little bit harder for the rest of the people in the pack.
That is a bunch of Larrys right up there on the outside of 3 and 4. Keith's been able to work his way up. I think that last time by, scoring showed him, I believe, around 7th or 8th of the humans. Metallic and Jeremy Jeffries now battling side by side. This would be for 3rd place overall, behind Bobby Farrell.
Ooh, a little bit of a wiggle there from Metallic that allows Jeffries to close the gap, and he might make the pass on the inside.
Dave Melson just now carving his way through the first half of the Larrys here. Going to take him 3 wide. Completes the pass on both of them as they exit off of turn 4. Maybe he's got about 3 or 4 more Larrys to deal with. He'll hip check one up into the wall. and tried to create a bit of a barrage for the rest of the field, and it partially worked. Metallic just got taken out. Cy Jones, oh wow, there's a Larry that is barrel rolling. And we're still wrecking here on the back straightaway.
Oh boy.
Tate Dorsey upside down. Leaders are going to be entering into this area shortly, I think. They might already have made their way through here. Oh, Jeremy Jeffries. He's facing the wrong way. That's second in points. So now where is Keith? There's Keith. Right now he is overall in 7th. I believe scoring has him ahead of Terry Bombard, who I think also himself ran into some issues. So right now this is Keith's overall victory to lose. Oh, Nofsker.
Oh, wow.
Got to be careful here because as those trucks are getting back up to speed and coming down the racetrack, the track is blockaded up. We got a couple of trucks coming off of pit road there, including Katie DeSoma, who's going to, oh, wow, just wiped out Metallic. I think she got Nofsker, Bobby Farrell. Oh, got a Larry going to the pit road.
Was Nofsker flipping around again?
Oh, Terry Bombard, he's right now a lap down in 30th place. This is not what he needed as he's trying to battle for this overall win. Oh, Cy Jones just got larried.
Bounced off the top of the safer barrier, but kept it on the track.
Tate Dorsey up and over.
Ooh.
There goes Adam Radeisky as well. Trying to find the 82 of Keith Hughes here. Haven't seen him involved in any incidents as of yet, and right now, this is why he is in P1.
For now, but he just rear-ended a Larry, and that might not always end well.
Driver he has to worry about is that bright neon yellow 88 of Grant Wesley. Grant currently 7 points behind Keith, so a runner-up finish will not do it. He needs the 82 to run into some issues, and right now, Keith doesn't have any Larrys up ahead to deal with. He's got a human in front of him and Bobby Farrell, a human behind him and Mitch Bombard.
Almost wonder if he's content to just keep it that way. Maybe don't try to pass the car in front of you. I mean, obviously play defense for the position that you do have, but if you're between two humans, that's kind of a shield from the Larrys.
Oh, look at the wad of trucks up ahead, though. A lot of Larrys there, over a half dozen. Some contact made up ahead. Uh-oh. Where do you go?
No.
Where do you go? How?
Oh, boy.
How? He is very lucky that inside pit wall ended where it did.
He's also very lucky that it didn't spin out there because I saw him wiggle for a little bit. It's pretty easy to spin out when you're in the middle of a track this grippy.
Saw Radeisky upside down. Bobby Farrell was up against the outside wall. Cars, trucks are flipping over in Keith Hughes' mirror. Look out!
Oh!
Look at the wheel.
Cat-like reflexes.
Able to save it with Grant Wesley coming up in front of him. Look out, where do we go here? Oh, we're going to just watch them flip in front of us. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Is it going to land back on its wheels? Yes, it is.
There goes Jeffries. Where's the 88?
The 88 was flipped upside down. Right now, I think it's Dave Melson is the driver that's trying to run down Keith Hughes. Grant ended up fading all the way outside of the top 5. Last time by scoring had him in 14th, 15th place. Trying to find Dave. There's Hughes. He's on the back straightaway. Melson, there he is. It's like about maybe a straightaway behind.
Might be too many Larrys in the way.
And not enough laps either.
Nope. Only 2 to go. At least this time by, it will be 2 to go.
Ooh, had to make an evasive maneuver there on a Larry that was facing 90 degrees the wrong way. Keith Hughes looking to go 2 for 3 here tonight at Mansfield Speedway. And he is going to be 1 lap away from doing it. He likes that bottom of the racetrack going into turn 1. It served him well.
Certainly did, and you know, it really paid off. All the Larry's that he managed to maneuver
Look
around.
at
Oh,
Tate.
wow.
These two guys know each other from MOT, so he was like, here, I'm going to give you a little heart attack before you take the checkers.
Gave me a heart attack.
And Keith Hughes going to take his second checkered flag of the night, and we don't even have to do the calculations. It's pretty much official. He is going to win the overall evening. He'll get his second win on the season. Back-to-back Enduro race wins. As a couple of weeks ago at Martinsville, he was able to win that Enduro race as well, and apparently the Larrys don't want him to celebrate.
Shame on those Larrys.
Well, that flashy black and neon green number 82 burning it down here on the front straightaway. Here's a look at how they all ended up crossing the line for the completion of this third and final heat. How about Cy Jones bringing it home on the podium there? Larry separating him and Keith Hughes. Good job of surviving this final heat of the evening. And take a look at the rest there. There's a lot of humans that finished outside of the top 25.
There were we the DQ as well. I think that might have been one of those incidents that you mentioned where the cars they kind of started slipping down the racetrack before the start of the race. That might be why.
It was either that or I think I remember seeing the 002 actually flying down pit road. Might have gotten a speeding penalty and it didn't get cleared and got disqualified. But whatever the case, it's all in fun. And Keith Hughes, we were thinking that we might have a scenario where we might have to talk with the race winner of the third and final heat and then the overall race winner themselves. And we're not going to have to do that. We're going to be talking for a second time here in just a moment with both our second and third heat race winner and overall winner on the night, Keith Hughes. As we'll head into our FRN post-race wind down. By the time we complete this interview, we'll probably have the official top 5 in points, but it's pretty academic that this guy is going to be picking up his second overall win on the season. Let's dial back up the driver of the 82 truck.
User was moved to your
Hey,
channel.
Keith, it's the guys up here in the booth once again. You got us.
Good, loud and clear.
I'll tell you what, we were on board with you a couple times this race. It looks like, and I know that this is almost a complete oxymoron in terms of the type of racing that this is, but it looked like the second heat race was a little bit easier for you than this third heat race was.
Oh yeah, this one was very chaotic. I don't know. I just kind of closed my eyes again. Like I said, I went through one into turn one and barely missed pit wall and the big wreck, and that's what kind of got me out front.
Now,
Was,
I'm a little confused, though. You're saying that you avoided the wrecks, but we clearly saw on a camera shot there's a cat driving your car.
oh well, I'll claim that it's me, but yeah,
Ah,
that's
okay.
Nacho. That
Okay.
cat is Nacho. That's its name.
I mean, we mentioned about the fact you had the prior experience of winning that Enduro race a couple of weeks ago at Martinsville, now back-to-back Enduro races. Obviously, there's an overall championship as well. You came into tonight 19 points behind Grant, so what does this do in terms of momentum as I believe the next race that you guys are going to be taking to is a win at all costs when you guys go to, win at all costs when you guys go to Monatic next week.
Oh yeah, we're going for 3 in a row. That's what we won the last 2 championships. We're going for 3, so that's this is big help to get that underway because a few points behind Grant, but this should put us pretty close together. We'll probably be neck and neck going in the next race.
Pretty impressive when we talked about tonight. You guys are looking for that golf score, that lowest score, and in the span of 3 races, you come away with only 5 points accumulated. So an incredible job of surviving here tonight, picking the right moments to make moves and being able to avoid the chaos when it was happening out the windshield. Keith, congratulations on winning 2 out of the 3 heat races, the overall race here tonight. Before we let you go and maybe take a couple of deep breaths there after the chaos you had to deal with, floor is yours for thank you, sponsors, and shout-outs.
Yeah, I just want to thank Mondays Thunder and talk about Martinsville. The guy that runs Mondays of Thunder, Matt Moss, he's really bad at Martinsville. He caused like 3 wrecks last time he re-raced, so make sure, hope he's listening so he can hear that. Yeah, we just appreciate Rolling Thunder putting this on, y'all broadcasting. Amish is such great fun, and I just love the chaos.
Well, congratulations on a job well done here tonight at Mansfield. Go enjoy this victory, and yeah, best of luck in that win at all costs next week at Manatee. You look for that 3-peat.
All right, thank you.
Keith Hughes going to bring it
User
home with
was
the
moved out of
overall
your
victory
channel.
tonight. We do indeed, and a big shout out to Mitch Bombard for keeping us updated with the points. We have the official points for you here in regards to the top 5. We end up having some ties here and a couple of tie breakers as well. But academically, Keith Hughes, overall winner, 5 points accumulated. Jeremy Jeffries will finish out the night second overall. He accumulated 9 points and had that victory in the first heat race. Then you got third place, going to be a tie between Terry Bombard and Grant Wesley. Apparently, the tiebreakers go to whoever had the highest finish overall in between the 3 heat races. So Terry will actually get credited for third place with 14 points accumulated. He had a second place finish. And then Grant, who had a third place finish, he will get credit for fourth overall, but both had 14 points accumulated. Dave Melson, he'll finish out the evening in the fourth position, I believe. Fifth position, as he had 16 points accumulated, and Josh Metallic will finish in sixth. He had 17 points overall. This is just a taste, folks, of what these drivers do on Friday nights. The Enduro race is what you saw here tonight. As Jack alluded to, they have what's called a pole race. They have a win at all cost race. For those that are old school like me that remember back in the day, the high grip wrecker server, this is kind of, in a sense, what this is like, but they've also added in the AI cars in a completely unique aspect. And as we saw there with this race, Jack, it kind of translated up here to the booth too. This is just drivers showing up here tonight to just have fun. I mean, I know that obviously there's a win, there's a championship at the end of the season and everything, but at the end of the day, everybody's just out here just to have a blast.
Let me tell you what, those onboard cameras we saw were invigorating. I was loving watching the drivers just fly right down the backstretch, having to dodge all those Larrys, all those flipping cars. I mean, that was enjoyable. And, sometimes you need something like this. You grind it out so hard over the course of the week. I mean, we've seen the ton of epic races so far with the Monday nights, the Wednesday nights. You guys are doing Thursday nights. I mean, these races that we see throughout the week are really fun to watch. But of course, every now and then they can be pretty stressful for some guys. They like to just kind of kick back, unwind, have a little bit of fun, wreck some AI cars, and just enjoy a race here. So I think that's what these Fridays are all about. And it was fun to watch.
Absolutely, and there's still a lot of racing that these drivers are going to be doing. So if this looks like something that you guys watching would enjoy, hey, we've got the website there on the stream, RTG at rlm.net. Head on over there, try and get in touch with somebody, sign up, have some fun. I mean, they are going to be running up until April. We are actually going to be bringing you coverage in April of the season finale at South Boston. We alluded to the pole race. When I first ended up calling one of these, I'm like, what in the world is a pole race? Are they fighting to get the pole position? No, they actually legitimately have to go around a pole to complete a lap. It is a very unique thing, and we will actually be bringing you coverage of that on April 17th in their season finale. But a lot of racing, a lot of unique racetracks that are going to be in between now and then. So if you want to be a part of it, as we said, the website is there. You can head on over, get in touch with an admin, sign up, and be a part of the action that you saw here tonight. But Jack, obviously, you felt invigorated your first time seeing this series and everything. Man, I appreciate you joining me in the booth here tonight.
Man, a pleasure. Enjoyed it as always, and looking forward to whatever comes next.
Absolutely. Thank you all for joining us here on this late Friday night if you're on the East Coast. But we will see you guys next time here. I believe the next broadcast that we'll be bringing to you will be coming up next week, Wednesday night, as we will be bringing you continued coverage of Season 67 of the RTG Aero 88 series, so be sure to join us for that at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For Jack Mitchell, I'm Seth Cole. Congratulations to Keith Hughes as he wins the Enduro race here tonight for the Amish's Survivor Series for Rolling Thunder Gaming at Mansfield Speedway. Until next time, you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of FRN, the Flatout Racing Network.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of Flatout Racing Network and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of Flatout Racing Network and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. Flatout Racing Network would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.